Welcome, you shiny and sparkly chucklefucks. This is Spartan 500 with some more, Lord of the Rings Return to Moria. I am lacking in iron and a few other things. Can we not light that thing on fire? Is that not like an oil thing? So nice. Alright, back to the other base to bring more items this way. Oh yeah, I did mince this area, didn't I? Alright. Let's keep pushing ahead. Oh, fuck. Fucking badger boar thing. Fuck are you? What the fuck is up here? Did I clean this area out? I feel like I already... Yeah, no, I did. Okay. This place looks cleaned the fuck out. Da-da-da. Alright. Yes, I know, Dawn is at hand. It does move through the shadows. Actually, I guess I should be saying this now. October 31st, Halloween, I plan to stream Amnesia the Bunker. Never played it. I've seen a video, one of Markiplier's like first videos on it. That's it. I've never played an Amnesia game. I've seen him play it. That's about all I've seen of it. I know getting used to the controls are going to be a bitch. Oh yeah, I can now carry so much more shit. I'm going to build a farming base. I guess building bases every once in certain areas is going to be a good idea. Just a little outpost meant for specific jobs. I guess that's a good idea. I can take so much with me. So nice. But like for the base where I'm going to just use it for planting, I don't need a lot of shit. Just need a hearth, a bed. I guess hearth, fucking a couple chests, that's about it. And bed, sleeping. I don't need much. It's not like an expedition base. Yeah, run away. Back to the other base. Like, the worst part is I have to fight those fucking orcs. I don't really want to. I really don't. I'm not really going to get a choice, am I? Alright, so how does this work? Shredded plants grows fast. Fernal seeds. If it grows fast. Grapple grows slow. Cabbage grows slow. Mint grows fast. Mint seed grows fast. Pearl bloom grows fast. Thyme seed grows fast. White bean seed. Okay, let's do mint. Thyme. white bean. Find white bean up here. Down there, because I've got 3. Chive. That. Right on the mint. That's fennel. Worst little one. Okay. See what happens. Interesting. And I'll turn that into a farm base would not be that big of a deal. Take some resources though. Which I'm fine with. A base just for farming isn't a bad idea. Alright, let's get moving. I wish I knew how to get steel. Well, that was fast. Alright, let me go over here and see if I can't hit this wee little bot. That makes it look a lot better, that's for sure. Alright, whatever. Back to the base we go. I'll take care of food, that's for sure. I wonder if there's more of those. I don't remember seeing any. I'll have to check like the city area. See if there's one there. Let's see. Roasted fruit. Let's see. Mushroom staple. Mushroom scramble. Let's do this one. Processed coal here. Interesting. Alright. Yeah, I see that. There's a lot of those, that's for sure. Spice, okay. What is that? Is that? Oh, that's white bean, okay. So it is like a spice, okay. But I thought it was. Okay, there we go. Okay. That confused the fuck out of me. But that is normal. Okay, arrows. I don't really have a spot for. I guess I'll pull them over here. Okay, if anyone knows how to get rid of like tools I built or shit ones, cause this is all like improvised stuff. I don't know how to get rid of them. And I would like to know. Because I kind of need them to go away. I'll also put this in this chest. The bottom. Do. Alright, there. There's something big slumping outside. Ingot down. Power, gold ingot ore. A memorial flame. Tribute came before. I only have one of those. Can't really do that. Wellspring. Okay, on to Ezraite. I need bat droppings to build any sort of fucking farming shit. So I can't do that. An ink grinder. Tints armor by grinding semi-precious. Okay. Workbench, repair smithy. So I got the majorities. Okay. Right. I don't really know if I need that one. I've only got that much amber. I'm gonna save it. Right, the map is bullshit. Okay, I think I can understand which one that is. Alright. Goals. Alright. Duran's axe. First axe fragment. The west gate fragment of Duran's axe is found. The piece looks to be the handle of the axe. Can't quite tell what all of its materials are. Some runes are visible, but time has left its mark and they no longer read clear. It is ancient, though, and the power it exudes is immense. I wonder why it was broken off from the hull. Still, have a feeling we're going to need this weapon. Ori's records. I found a parchment in an elvish hand. Duran's Day, TA 2989. Balin has sent 5 of us to establish outposts at the far corners of Moria. Here we begin our search. Ori. There's another parchment in Ori's elvish handwriting. March 22nd, TA 2993. Wait. Oh, wow. We've been here a minute. We've not been able to find any fragments of Duran's axe in Westgate, though it is said to be placed here. It has been an age since the dwarf last walked these halls, and we search with only a glint of hope that the fragments remain where the tomes of old claim. Okay, Duran's return, reminding me to Duran 3. A statue of Duran 3 who shut the door in Sauron's face. Ah, if only he had woken when Erebor and Dale needed him. Duran 3, King Yakaza Doom, late Second Age. A patron of grand and beautiful craftsmanship for whom the doors adored and were made. A kindly king, a ring of friendship with men and elves under the mountain's shade. He's Duran the Defender, protector of our kingdom, who shut out the shadow of for this realm shall not fade. Okay. The shadow, dark shadow. An oppressive shadow, darkness plagues Moria. Oppressive shadow. It drains courage and energy, making it hard for even the sturdiest of doors to do anything. Being under the mountain and being in the dark are not one and the same. Moria was never meant to be this darksome. To fight the creep and despair, a good song and a light will warm the heart again. Monuments to Duran Rice. Monuments to Duran race spirits. There's more to this monument than just history and honor. Now that it is rebuilt, it drives away darkness and despair with hope and courage. Shadow dare not approach it. Okay. Cursed ruins. The highway is blocked. Another shadow cursed ruin blocks Duran's highway, which would have led to the great city of Darodelf and beyond. It looks like the same curse plaguing the West Gate. Why was this done? The doors of Duran are cursed. Someone or something has gouged a cursed rune onto the inside of the gate. This is why Gimmel's company could not get the doors of Duran open from the outside. Evil shadow exudes from it, blocking any from approach. Could this be why there are piles of dead orcs? The orcs. Hated by other orcs. The goblin men seem to be much hated by the other orcs in Moria. They are not only scavenging away any good meat they might get their hands on, but unlike the other orcs, they can endure sunlight and do not need to live in caves. A tribe of Saruman's filth. These are no normal orcs, but goblin men. Saruman may be gone, but he left a legion of these miserable wretches to despoil Middle Earth. Not medieval Earth, the fuck. I've seen them driven away from the settlements of men, foul as they are. This dark pit must be their last refuge, at least until I happily drive them away from Khazad-dûm as well. That's kind of like rude and shit, but still fair. We came to take it back. It lasted a siege. Last night they finally attacked our small encampment. It was not the size of the orc hordes alleged when waves of Rakas relentlessly broke against dwarven defenses, yet now vigilance is needed, along with repairs to the walls. Watching, not attacking. Foul goblins haunt my steps, yet refuse to directly engage in a fight. Is this what their boss told them to do? To what end? Sleep will be difficult. There are eyes in the darkness around every corner. Orcs survived. It was too much to hope that the orcs of Moria marched to war and never returned. They either survived or never left. How many orcs still plague these mountains is uncertain, but there is enough that they have an orc town. I heard them planning to watch me. I'll keep my weapons sharp and ready. Damn straight, Skipper. Oh no, there's gonna be a lot to read. Right, I shall be back. I need something to drink to wet my throat, so that I don't lose my voice. Oh, help me. Right. Muzan-Akun. Fucking. What? Each dwarven family line carved likenesses of their kin as stone figurines. A mazakun is a traditional table where the family gather to celebrate and give thanks to their ancestors. On the second full moon after Durin's Day, when Khazad-dûm fell, many dwarves were forced to leave their mazakan figurines behind. By finding and returning them, we will unlock knowledge only known to that family. That's interesting. Ori's line. This Mazakun belonged to Ori's line. Much of his family history has been lost to time, but this proves they had settled by the West Gate as early as the Second Age. His family carvings must be nearby. I should return them to their place of honor. Ingredients. Oh no. 100,000 tea, cabbages. Yeah, I'm not reading all this bullshit. Creatures, I do want to know. Ben Il Ben E Mun. The temper of a the temper of a daimon, but the size of an evening bear pint. The pigs provide pork and can be domesticated if one has suitable combinations. Oh, it's that fucking the thing that I thought was a fucking warthog and shit. A boar. Alright, cave bears. Cave bears are with worrying intelligence about the eyes. Avoid them if possible. They'll leave a dwarf alone, so long as their dens are left in peace. Snack rats. Snack rats are a common rodent, yet got this name somehow. These rats are everywhere, and they've staved off starvation from many a dwarf. Said to be delicious if one ignores the taste, texture, and smell. Heroes. A shocking sight, these bizarrely pale like deer, and under a mountain no less. Called heroes by the wood elves, the scent of elven power attracts them, and they seek it in the stone of the elven halls. Hunt for good meat and hides of excellent quality. Wolves. Smaller than wargs, but as quarrelsome as fell beasts. The wild cave wolves have determined they own the caves. The wolves on the surface refuse to welcome these over-territorial relatives. Fair enough. Dwarfcraft, Entcraft. Through Entcraft, cuttings may be harvested using the Belk rune, inscribed with emeralds. Entwood may be harvested from the wellspring. In the first days of the Fourth Age, a dwarf traveling the high mountain passes came across a curious sight. It is a small pioneer grove of birch trees far above the tree line. To his surprise, the tallest of the birches spoke to him. This lonely ant was in fact one of the eldest of his kin, the great Skinbark. His flock of trees suffered greatly at the hands of Sorman's orcs, and in his grief he fled with cuttings and seedlings high away from the war. It was here in the mountains that he regrew the trees he shepherded. Taken by the sad story of Skinbark, the dwarf stayed to keep his new friend company and learn all he could from him. In this way, at least one ant learned the axes of the dwarves are for war and not felling the trees, as it had been since the first age that these two kin had quarrels. Wait. It was in this way at least one ant learned the axes of the dwarves are for war and not felling the trees, as it has been since the first age that these two kin had quarrels. Okay. When the dwarf's travels took him back to his own kind, he taught what he had learned. In the dwarven fashion, they adopted this new technology to what they would begin to call Entcraft. Okay, iron, the servant of all of the dwarves. Iron armor and weaponry are the most common of all dwarfcraft. After the fall of Khazad-dûm, the dwarves of Edinburgh focused on buildcraft, while the Iron Hills strived, but ultimately failed to match the material craft of their ancestors. Alright, let's just... Okay. Fellowship Journey. Signs of the Fellowship. The Fellowship was here. I found a wee set of Shire-made travel plates and forks. There must have been left behind by one of Lord Gimli's hobbit companions, perhaps while resting after the Watcher trapped them inside Moria. I must be on the same path Gandalf and Gimli led them. A very good omen. They made it out, and so can we. Foes. Goblin tribe. Through fellcraft and sorcery, the wizard Saruman bred men with orcs to create goblin men. Some of these were enlisted as spies. Many fought against Rohan at the Battle of Helm's Deep. When Saruman was driven out of Isengard, there were stories of the goblin men attempting to live amongst the settlements of men. That these goblin men have settled in Khazad-dûm is strange, especially as they retain resistance to sunlight, unlike the more orcish kin. Durin's folk. Eric the Raven. Eric, son of Arak, is a raven of Amber belonging to the rookery of Lord Gimli's company. Eric's family originally hails from Raven Hill, near Edinburgh, and are amongst the few ravens who can speak and understand the speech of dwarves. These intelligent raven families have long helped Durin's folk. Gimli Lockbearer. Gimli, son of Glorn, the Lockbearer, and Lord of the Glittering Caves, is of the House of Doran and was the only dwarf member of the Fellowship of the Ring. After the fall of Sauron, Gimli journeyed with the elf Legolas before leading a group of dwarves to establish a colony in the Glittering Caves behind Helm's Deep. Gimli now leads a company of dwarves from across Middle-earth to retake Khazad-dûm, the greatest dwarven kingdom ever built. Deep within its ancient mines is the rare, rich ore of Mithril. Gimli had pledged to use it to rebuild the gates of Minas Tirith for his friend Aragorn, now king of the Reunited Kingdom. King Thorin III Stonehelm. Thorin Stonehelm, son of Dane, king under the mountain, is named after the famous Thorin Oakshield who led the 12 dwarves, a hobbit burglar, and a wizard to retake the Lonely Mountain. After the War of the Ring, Thorin Stonehelm rebuilt the kingdoms of Erebor and Dale. He has recently turned his attention to routing out orcs and other creatures of shadow in the neighboring ranges of the Misty Mountains. While he has long supported Gimli's endeavors, King Thorin has refused to support his plans to retake Moria, for mithril or otherwise. Okay. The Camp of Gimli's Company. The Camp of Gimli's Company has welcomed dwarves from across the far regions of Middle-earth. Those who answered Lord Gimli's call to return to Moria and mine mithril once more. The company, for many weeks, has been clearing away rubble, sculpting a grand new facade, and trying to open the doors of Durin. But the doors of Durin have remained shut no matter which dwarven trick the company tried. There was simply no way into Moria until the unexpected blast. The contract, Section 1. An excerpt from Section 1 of the contract of the Company of Gimli Lockbreaker. You offered assistance in returning to Moria to mine mithril, my sincerest acceptance. Terms: all travel expenses into Moria guaranteed in any event. Funeral expenses to be defrayed by Gimli or his representatives if occasion arises and the matter is not otherwise arranged for. Okay. Resources. What's this? Edward? A rare flowering root that grows in a wellspring. It's too stubborn to be stacked or carved, but can be used in handcraft. Its flowers are brew ingredient. Okay, so this is all shit I have to find. Trail high. Okay, I will wait until I find those locations. Please no. Please no. An abundant ore used for steel making strong alone, but stronger steel mixed with limited areas of steel found throughout Moria. I need more of them. Ah, fuck. Oh! My food's still good. Alright, locations in Moria. The Doors of Durin, also known as the Howling Gate or the Elven Door. The Doors of Durin are the primary western entrance to Khazad-dûm. During the journey of the Fellowship of the Ring, it was just outside these doors that the hobbit Merry helped Gandalf solve the puzzle of how to open them before they were attacked by the Watcher in the water. Carved into the side of the mountain is there a Khazad. The Doors of Durin remain a symbol of the friendship that once existed between Aragon's elves of the Second Age and the Dwarven Kingdom of Khazad-dûm. They were made by the great dwarven craftsman Narvi, and the signs were drawn by Celebrimbor, elf lord of Aragon. Whatever the fuck. Westgate was once a bustling settlement located on the inner western slopes of Khazad-dûm, near the old mines of Moria. It had started as a small guard post for the Doors of Durin, but once trade flourished with the elven realm of Aragon in the Second Age, Westgate grew in size and importance. After the fall of Aragon, Westgate remained an important city under the Misty Mountain, only rivaled by Durodelph itself, Durin's Highway. Within Khazad-dûm's 40-mile-wide kingdom runs Durin's Highway, also known as the Great Road of Zir-Akazigal. The Grand Road connected the Doors of Durin and the town of Westgate to the inner western slopes of Dremel Gate. to the Dremel Gate in the magnificent city of Durodel on the eastern slopes. Once a major thoroughfare under the mountain, this is the path the Fellowship of the Ring took with Lord Gimli, the Elven Quarter. As trade with the elves of Aragon expanded, the dwarves of Khazad-dûm provided a cavern near the west gate for elven folk to use as their Madgorgil. They began to call it the Elven Quarter or the Elfgund, meaning elf cavern. The Noldern elves who frequented Khazad-dûm had an affinity for craft and rocksmithing, transforming the cavern into something brighter, greener, more elven than before. Despite being barricaded for thousands of years, the mountain remembers the kinship of the elves who once lived here. Interesting. Alright. Dwarven history. King's Order. Ganduzing. By order of King Dorwin III, this area is kind of shut to all under penalty of exile. Huh? I don't remember this. Was it that marking? Rohan, allies of the grass. Once established in the glittering caves of Agilorond, Lord Gimli forged a bond of friendship with King Emor of Rohan. A small company of horsemen patrolled the roads from the White Mountains of Erenbor. In exchange, an elite group of dwarves was lent to Medusild, taken on the dual word for grass. They became known as the Yurgard. They were a visible presence anywhere dwarven craftsmen did their great works of building in the Horse Lord's kingdom. Yuletide. Yuletide celebrations amongst the dwarves only became common once they began spending time among hobbits and men. Prior to this, the winter solstice often passed with little fanfare, as it overlapped with the weeks-long celebration of Durin's Day. However, always known to say yes to a celebration, dwarves of the Fourth Age are heartily adapted to other people's food, ale, and decorations of Yuletide. Orc Hunter's Oath. The most grim oath a dwarf can swear is to become one of the... I don't fucking want to even say that. Look, Hunshon, a frightener. These renowned orc hunters exact vengeance for all the ages of evil done to their kin. Relentless in the hunt, they take on the remnant of fear, blurring the shadow of their prey and what is in their hearts. As they collect trophies from the dead, they invoke Rama Iskun Mashrazuro for the memory of the burned. Bjorncraft. The men of the Anduran Vale, called the Bjornis, after the greatest of their folk, are known for their baking, lodge building, kinship with animals. While weary of dwarves, they share deep hatred for our kind. When dwarves build structures of wood, they call it Bjorncraft, in homage to Thorin's respite at Bruin's Lodge. Each July, the dwarves of Amber remember this with the feast of the Karok. Karok? They dress as barons, eat honey cakes, and set for a large meal. Interesting. Ooh, wizard marks. There it is. Wizard's runes. The runes carved here are no dwarf letters. They are the markings of the wizard Tharkun, though most know him as Gandalf. He must have left these signs for a dwarf to find as he traveled through Moria looking for Tharain, but why? Regardless, Gandalf's markings may include clues about what is hidden in the dark of Moria, shadows of Moria. These runes are the markings of the wizard Tharkun. Here's what's written. Evil shadow plagues this area. A wizard search for Tharain. Gandalf. Elven magic. These runes, okay, here's what the magic of the elves is strong here. Okay, yeah, thanks, Gandalf. You're not writing much, are ya? Fucker. Oh, shut the fuck up, you bitch. The sound of birds and flowing water. Something's on the other side of this collapse, and my nose is telling me this is the way to go. Always follow your nose. Oh, we better go? No? Okay. I was expecting that to be a yes. Let me sleep. If Alu wheels it. Meaty skewers, so onions and some mushrooms. Medley skewers, okay. Let me see. Building. Celebration table. Break out the fancy tableware and decorate. Okay. Arson pit. Yuletide hearth. Lodge hearth. Okay. Resin, granite, adamant. Some bullshit. That's what I'm seeing. Recipe list. Amber steak. Okay. Add some thyme to it. Wait, what's the other thing? The meat stew? Meat and cabbage. Oh, I can do that one easily. Okay, let me go ahead and repair some shit. Let me go ahead and craft another torch. Oh, I have a spare. Should only craft a couple. I'd rather have a couple than not. Alright. Eat the skewers. Renewed. Huzzah. Did I ever grab that iron ingot? Yeah, no, I didn't. Alright, how about you fuck off, yeah? Got shit to do. Just part of why I'm going over here to quickly take a look around. There's so much bullshit in this one place. Well, I need some coal to light this area up. Excuse me, I need to go get a few things. Alright, look, you fat fuck. This staircase is a little weird. Alright, let me grab some coal. Oh wow, I don't really have a lot of coal. There. Alright. Oh, motherfucker didn't seem to care. Why is there one there now? How about you go fuck yourself, yeah? That'll work. Yes, you fuckers want to dance? Let's dance, bitch. Ow. There we go. Floors rebuild. There's all sorts of shit to rebuild. Just never actually came over here to do that. I'd probably do that pretty quickly too. Put my mind to it. Then again, probably fucking not. Ooh, that looks like it's got some iron. Something I desperately need. What's over here? Anything? Wow, that was fucking failure. There. Hello? Nothing? Really? I'll take that, I guess. Torch has gone out. Okay. Good thing I brought several more. Could have sworn I lit this place up like a motherfucker. Maybe it didn't say lit. It's possible. Probably what happened. I could have sworn I came through here and lit everything up. Maybe I'm going insane. That might be what's happening. Insanity is getting to me. Thinking I did things, but I didn't. Alright. Alright, whatever. Alright. Yeah, this all seems to be good. Interesting. So, chives, fennel, mint. Interesting. At least now I know this all works. Average go time. Call out. Okay. Okay, so there's better ways to be doing what I've been doing. Alright, let's see. I got all that to put away. I'm gonna keep food just because probably won't need it. Still like seasoning shit. Oh, don't do sound changes like that. Makes me think about you get attacked or something. Calm down. I demand you stay calm. Alright, there. Y'all starting to piss me the fuck off. Interesting. I've never seen you guys go through here before. Oh, wait, so they spawn over there and then go through here. Ah, I understand.
Quiet. I see prey ahead.
Yeah, I give zero fucks about that, buddy. Yeah, run, run, run. Don't give a fuck. Let's do it over here. It's attached to anything? No, it doesn't. I despise that in a way. I can't even explain. Alright, hold up. I don't know, fuck it. Alright, but that's all I'll do for this part. I'll see you bitches later. Peace.